Ok, bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va? Tac. Alors. Voilà. J'ai encore un bouton ici. Du coup. Toi, tais-toi. Voilà. Alors. Ouais, j'ai un peu bougé. J'ai fait quelques trucs. J'ai farmé pour Castoris. J'ai aussi... Donc je suis venu voir pour le con de Roi de May. Je pensais qu'il s'achetait, mais non. J'ai confondu avec celui de Gallagher. Donc il y en a pas effet de rupture qui s'achète. En harmonie. Oui, ça on verra quand j'aurai fini la quête pionnière. Je vais monter le son. Ouais, elle est marrant sa coque. Euh... Hop. Roi de May. Tu t'assois, n'est-ce pas? Pas sûr que ça... Ok. Bon bah comme j'ai eu Roi de May, les discussions avec elle. Donc ouais, Macastoris. 9100 HP. 87 de vitesse, donc c'est bon. 55 to crit, 173 dégâts crit. Et bien en faisant des tests là... Bon après les tests que j'avais fait c'était avec une tribi, donc peut-être que aussi ça augmentait aussi mes dégâts crit. Mais j'avais 97 de to crit en combat. Donc c'est bon. 97,7 exactement. Et j'avais 300 de dégâts crit. Donc contre 5 ennemis dans une caverne de la corrosion. Donc sans buff genre dans l'univers simulé tout ça, bref. Elle a fait 1 million de dégâts. 1 million 2. C'est pas mal. Bon, il y a quelques trucs que je peux améliorer. Je pense ça. Avoir Tokli dégâts crit déjà en substat. Ça aussi. Mon pionnier. Pareil, il avait 300 de dégâts crit. Le problème c'est qu'il a toujours que ça. J'ai quand même envie de lui mettre ça. Donc j'ai serré. Donc elle, je l'avais remplacée par Tribi. J'avais mon Gallagher. Bah ouais, je vais essayer de la jouer un peu avec cette team là pour voir. Et du coup, moi je suis venu ici pour voir la boutique. Je me suis rappelé que on pouvait aussi la voir ici. Ou au Liofu, je crois. Avec Pure Fiction. Donc ouais. Je suis venu voir. Mais c'est marrant parce que j'étais quasi sûr de l'avoir acheté le... pour le pionnier. Du coup, ce que je vais faire, celui que j'ai rang 1, je vais le up. Parce que j'en ai quand même un. J'en ai deux même. Et je vais le up. Et je le mettrai sur le pionnier en harmonie. Je pense que je vais pas m'en servir, le pionnier en harmonie. Ok. Donc ouais, je vais pas m'en servir tout de suite, le pionnier en harmonie, je pense. Du coup, je mettrai peut-être sur One May. Comme j'ai passé le pionnier en souvenir. Au moins, je peux mettre One May dans les compositions break. Je pense que ce sera pas mal. Ok. Bon, j'aimerais bien terminer la quête principale.
Cass? What a surprise. Lady Treby. Is something troubling you? I just, no matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today? Is that a figure of speech? In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled. Lady Treby, you know perfectly well. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart. Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships. As it is the fate every Chrysosaur is we are just happy for you, that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally Isn't it a little too soon to say that? But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's, because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysosaur we know. Thank you, Lady Treep. This feeling, it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia.
Pas néon, sûrement. Oh. Bonjour moi.
I hope I didn't wake you. Huh? No, I'm here because of private matters. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retreat. Aren't you going to ask me what it is? It isn't a long way from here.
I'd love to go in. Have you heard?
Mais arrête de sprinter. Ouah, faut que je recharge toute la zone là.
The streets are packed.
I want to vote. Tell me how I can vote.
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Erechrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Erechrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old bogey.
And I pray that Talantan smacks some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out.
That was... I suppose peaceful is technically correct. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphoreus. And its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end times. Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial traditions that I played a major role in. Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama, but back in those days, I was Idonia's maiden of war. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Erechrysia's mistake and lead them to me. They provided me shelter, but I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike. Is that how you see it too? But no matter how kind or cruel the means, nothing can change the essence of death. Taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship.
Bon.
Their voices. They pierce my ears.
Ah, I know that feeling, child. I was once, but you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the holy maiden granting human.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human...
This won't be the first time that Idonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruit death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world.
That's such a...
Then let me tell you, in Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian, in memory of Drac. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, but should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. Every executioner after Dracon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Pain for the dying, as well as pain. You misunderstand. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determined. Go, walk with the dead, and love them as you love life.
Please,
Oh.
don't kill me. I don't want to die. No.
May you gain some insights through his...
Is...
No. This is just the beginning of your life.
You executioner!
Ah, c'est la mienne. Elle laisse des trucs comme ça derrière elle. Je savais même pas.
Grant her glorious death.
Do it then, executioner.
Nature, protect us! Inputting commands. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
That's all you've got.
Please cherish the time before I grant you this, as you wish. Commencing support. Ready for another?
You've arrived, huh? How's this taste?
I shall remember this one.
Nice like a good brew, my friend. Indulge yourself.
Life is not as fragile, please. Wilt here.
Do it then, executioner.
Ok, son ulti reste stacké.
Please. When will this ever end?
Come, fulfill.
What are you trying to do with me?
I have aged. The final resting place of...
You're not that old yet. You still have many, many years ahead of you.
No. I'm already where I have come to fear. My declining health. Casterus. Will you give me one last chance to charge towards...
Mettre mon pull.
I can't take this anymore.
Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, chief executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others. I've always known that you have doubt. Indeed. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers.
It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it.
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all eventually reach. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this. And when you do, even if...
No!
Come now. Show me that you are... Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all.
Enemy data secure. Net markers active. Time for a good old counterattack. Enemy targets detected. I'll contain them.
So, you in the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up. Slice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself.
Donc voyons, avec cette team-là, elle monte à quoi? 266, 97.7. Ouais, donc je montais à 300. À plus de 300 avec Tribi. Mais du coup, il a les mêmes stats. Waouh, tu les dégâts. Ah, c'est pas moi qui contrôle.
I only wish that death may protect us.
512 000 sur un mono-cible, c'est pas mal.
This was the last time I followed her command. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. I gasped for Elder Amunet. The person I have nothing but I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the
marshes outside Idonia's. It was a long, long journey. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away. Then, I started searching. I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please, I'm fucking useless. Let me go. I don't want to die. Please. I don't
On va mettre un bout de la
want to
cinématique là qu'on a vu sur.
Let me go. I don't.
I hate these icy hands.
Oh, ils vont la mettre en entier. J'ai ma souris.
Get it over with. End its suffering. The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace. Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
Elle est vraiment belle la cinématique, elle est bien faite je trouve. Là on oublie totalement qu'on est dans un jeu.
Is that you, Casterus?
death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go too. I don't fear it, just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I can't. These hands, they're too cold.
But Big Sister Castoris, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Can hands like these really be warm?
Et je comprends pas, qu'est-ce qu'elle a cette biche? Pourquoi elle nous fixe comme ça?
You must have had many questions. I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do. Even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove, and it was obvious that nothing had happened. When an almost unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, it wasn't that the curse of death had finally been lifted, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And there was nothing left for my hands to take. And did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and anything I wish to hold on to. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. Until... But now, perhaps long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, I found no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past. Embraces in this world are born of reunions, yet my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that this destiny would weave itself through the entirety, and yet, things have taken a turn for the better. Now that I can finally have, I have no reason. Not for your sake. With that, I won't have any regrets. Let's put that aside for the moment. I want to retrieve a small gift I specially prepared for you. I made it myself. Like the trinket, the journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. No, it isn't. Look, it's right there.
Une table.
Huh? Where did it go? What's going on? This is the coin of Zagreus, and it's a lady's cipher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. She's a master thief. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a... Let's just do as the slate says, and look...
Chat voleuse fantôme. Ok.
Look, it's right there. We must pursue her. Huh?
Oh, ça fait partie de la quête. J'étais en train de me dire quoi? J'ai oublié une lance.
Left for us. She's in court.
It's about time you do some exercise.
Exactly. This is how it... We must pursue her. Lady Cipher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind...
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place. Unless your offer is tempting enough.
Name your price. I'll give you...
No wonder they call you. Why don't you two come over to my place? It'll make a better venue for proper business discussions. You can...
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only...
All right, I'll see you there. Everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach an agreement, right?
Ugh, she's incorrigible.
Pourquoi il y a un pictospectre?
Over here! Over here! No, not that way! Come on. If I really wanted to hide, you'd never find me. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? Meow.
Un personnage qui miaule.
Whoa, that upset? Calm down. I'm just putting on a show with the meowing. Some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Loosen up, buddy. Shall we get down to business?
En vrai, elle est stylée.
Give me the jewelry piece first. Or
Oh, come now. Don't be so upset. Relax. Look, isn't the view here just great? You can see what everyone is doing. Now that we've broken the ice, let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things. 1, the seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2, the Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure. And last, but I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of those things. Don't go look for the Death Titan. Wow, this is some high quality stuff. And this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aeronova gimmick?
Some of it is family fortune, while the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't liken the flame chase work to your shady dealings.
Wow, I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me
payment for doing work?
Did you forget my stance to all this? I thought I made myself...
You wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. You shall walk with greed. I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That is why I have never reproached the demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now.
You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Aglaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me.
We lost Trian.
Oh.
The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Amphoreus and help her fulfill her lifelong wish.
Oh, I get it now. You're sending Amphoreus to her death. And you want me to die with...
This is Amphoreus' own request. I have never seen her.
She brought this up herself? You're not...
She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard in the likes of you and I. But Amphoreus remains pure as driven. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as optimistic as you about what she'll want to do. Tell you what, why don't I take this room of treasures as a security deposit? And we make a bet.
Go on.
I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now, if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do. Return this deposit to you, plus giving you another room full of treasures.
You sound like you have all the... In that case, let's make a pact with those...
In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia. I'll give all the treasures in that... What do you think?
I decline. If we don't find the Death Titan...
Oh?
I can't go into the details, but we have to go to Styx.
I really don't get how. Princess, homebuddy, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't... But did you ever live for your own pleasure?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaia didn't take you in just so you can die.
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Aglaia?
Fine. Never mind. We all have our own problems. I ain't gonna say anything anymore. But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 10, no, 50 times richer than Aglaia. Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk out of that place. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Shh. You know, you're not wrong. At least it's part of my responsibilities.
I have lived a longer life than most people. Though I'm not as good at doing business as Lady Aglaia,
Then how are you going to live the rest of your life?
Then I'll give you 90. No.
Well, don't mind if I do. 80% of Castrus's savings and a bottle of dew of divine blood. Okay. I didn't know you hold grudges. Here, catch.
Be careful with that.
A minor change in plans, though. Don't go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me at Akam.
So, why are you changing the...
Oh, nothing really. Just a bit scared of the seamstress's frosty face. I wouldn't stay. Well, now that we've struck, it's gonna be a long...
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Non, là, elle a pas traîné papillon, là. Avec tuyau de fleurs et tout. En vrai, je vais prendre ma main team. Parce qu'avec Acheron, ça me permettra de... d'éviter les combats. Je ne fous point de compétences. Bon, c'est où la porte de Kémol? C'est là-bas.
Bright and sunny.
You are here.
Totally. The trio team is the best set up to reach the finals. No need, I already told her. She's fine with it. You sure know how to put me in a spot, Casteress. I need to travel with you, but I can't.
Sorry.
Aw, I was just teasing. Don't take it to heart. Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the River of Souls and enter the Nether Realm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Nether Realm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay. Hey, I'm just trying to make this journey feel more special, okay? All right, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' power. Oh, one last thing before we go. I gotta give you this piece of advice. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once. So make the most of every moment. Get ready. Be steady. Hi, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. All done. Bye-bye.
Fuck. Ok.
Are you feeling all right?
Je suis sûr qu'elle a dépassé la vitesse autorisée.
She's the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains incredible speed that lets her travel anywhere, just like how she clearly had no intention of...
Don't worry. Mem's here to... Being cute isn't my only forte. I'm strong.
This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves. Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing this is the land of their birth. Or perhaps... Anaxa had used a secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Circe's and Kephae. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by Thanatos and caught a glimpse of this alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls of mortals and titans attract each, even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years, and even their followers haven't been able to find them.
Oh, so are we going to use that Philosopher's Stone?
I guess that's the only way.
Thanatos is even more mysterious than I am.
Indeed. Even one as erudite as Anaxa could only point us to this place, and no further. I believe that, rather than standing still, taking action is by far...
Go back whence you came. Go back. Ahead lies the realm of the dead. What a beautiful butterfly.
This is a eulogistic butterfly. They are found in places where many... In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the nether realm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are...
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves... These shadowy figures... Are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Do you want to buy any fish?
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. More living people. I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. Buying fish.
Could it be that... You're all dead?
So...
But there aren't...
Are the fish gone? I can only keep selling fish. So...
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of savings, but please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully.
This...
I knew it! These people aren't illusions. They're supposed to reach the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls. Yet, they have... Did Thanatos reject them? Or... I have no idea. This circumstance... Hang on. Didn't he say... more living people? Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
If something is done out of goodwill, are you really gonna call it deceit?
Goodwill? I can't... Wait a minute.
That's me. I still belong to the land of the living.
Could it be that you are the living being that those souls met?
Ugh, I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the nether realm. So now they're stuck in a... Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about cat.
Then why have you come back, ladies?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world. Especially that stinky river. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. It's about that boy who defied death. I found traces of him here.
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that so long, Princess.
Mystère gris.
Huh? She disappeared?
Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit. If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those one.
Don't worry. It's time for me. Ornyx's rune of recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river to before it... Hey! Over here!
Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Et le coffre? Bon, je vais le faire. Ouais, non. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Ouais. Non, ça va pas. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. Oh, c'est trop dur. 3, 4, 5, 6. À chaque fois, je tombe sur 6 sur le bouton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
So this path actually didn't exist back then?
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them.
Ah, by the looks of it, since the current campaign requires the utmost...
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen
A campaign?
Nobody knows, as of now. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land, as for the rest of the scouts, while there is still dissension with...
An unprecedented calamity.
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death...
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the era Chrysia, before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings...
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, what?
Sir, could I ask how
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the fool.
Oh, it's the same lines.
Look, leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago.
Styxia, this cannot stand. No.
Oh.
Sir, I am the Maiden of War, sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing...
Maiden of War? I've never...
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling.
Cass.
I'm fine. Is this a remnant of his soul?
Well then, why should I place my trust in you? Holy maiden from afar.
Wait, I don't quite understand what you're trying...
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Arkema ought to treat you as an esteemed... However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders. Almost...
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me. And they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward,
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the...
And yet, you seem to...
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden for... I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Arkema welcomes you.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do.
Perhaps. But I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one that I will never... I really want to repay her for that trust, but why would this memory appear right now?
Could these dead monsters actually be...
Oh, je peux pas les buter comme ça.
Why are the Black Tide monsters here too? Can they swim?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept Black Tide monsters. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death... Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Oui, qu'à s'en occuper.
The threads of destiny aren't chosen.
Ouais, je peux faire ça plutôt.
Relax. Good times, never time to say bye. Boom. I weep for the departed. Dust rings, it too shall fall. Another
blood debt.
The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet another aspect of the Titan's divine power.
If Dan Heng was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelens was still alive, I think she might be able to do that too. You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
Corps des âmes.
Oh, this place must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Ok, la costumière.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the river.
Huh? This one seems...
Oh, I was merely speculating. But it seems I... And you... You...
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. How...
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, that's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead...
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too but I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear...
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite common for some people. This power that I possess is a blessing, but I never managed to convince myself.
Cass, are you...
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, this is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium, but I've never been more firm in my
Wow, this place is so spacious. That's fine and all, but we need to lay down some rules. We're not gonna return to the past to steal things. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher?
But how should we get up there?
Donc là, c'est de là d'où on vient. Là, je peux pas passer. Je les tue, j'ai besoin de solo. C'est où que je dois aller? Là-haut. Du coup, je prends prends l'escalier avec ça.
Wait! What if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Ma'am, do you really want me to answer that?
Stay back. Don't come near.
Huh? Why does he, or is he actually scared?
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the...
You have a point. While this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior. While that spirit didn't harm me, his blows...
A warrior?
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around?
It's a long story.
Thanatos?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era?
Death. Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil...
Pollux. Is that the embodiment of Thanatos?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. But they saw a girl...
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. As for whether this rumor is true...
You have my thanks for please. Treat this touch.
You... Thank you.
This is his...
Then you granted him death? That isn't like you.
I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but...
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who tried...
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow. And emerge, he could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means
You feel that he's similar?
Yes. Since that's why he approached me and pleaded.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making...
I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. They had such proud expressions. Perhaps death's authority was never...
I won't refute your beliefs for now. But it's a fairy tale from a tale told by...
What? That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace. The personification of death.
I've already had an inkling for a while now. But honestly, my memories only begin...
Mais c'est pas sa sœur jumelle?
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the nether realm?
Oh, this is...
Living ones? Oh, could you be the scions of Styx? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here? And of
great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance? During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh? Looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
So... this is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the river of soul.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that that final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the...
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task.
This...
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast too long before we began to seek divine bestowed. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered Amon's unable to rest in peace. These departed spirits in that child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's please. You must nurture her to adulthood.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother.
By Fagusa above, as her mother.
Oh, like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting Papilio-Castorus.
That's... where my...
The sound's back.
Living ones, don't waste your time.
Black Tide creation, Mr. Please...
Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures!
Everyone, hide behind me!
Stand still. May as well kill them all.
Relax. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Oh, lui il fait un peu peur.
Again, the ill tidings manifest. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. Consistent as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Retribution will find you.
Then breathing sensations.
What would you like to hear? All yours.
Stand still.
Bah d'accord, j'allais le faire.
Lord Mighty? Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
That black tide.
return.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to.
I'm the one resisting it. I'll go against the current. That is.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead. It seems his battlefield is not. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower. To some...
Shep.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them...
Let the person who has brushed against death countless times.
Cass, are you sure you want...
I'm not afraid. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Seek, and you will find.
Hop. Oh. Attends, mais j'avais pas levé la tête. C'est un truc de fou un peu Styxia, non? Calice.
I'm familiar, but I've never repaired.
If I was more... The rune of recollection in... Oh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance? It's still up to me to step up in a crack. Just shout for me when you need... Got it! Just leave...
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
C'est vrai qu'il y a deux lunes. Voilà que je remarque. Être un des deux lunes jumelles. Il y a une lune de sang et une lune classique.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door. Is that
Trian?
Wow, there are so many of you. It's little Cass and little Grape. Oh, there's also little D and the pink puppy, Trian. What?
This is the first time I've...
it really? Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense...
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would... So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living.
Oh, it must have been...
But according to what Trian said, We're almost at Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the— So, little Cass, don't cry. We finally finished it.
Donc là, il y a moi, Dan Hang, Aglaé, Castoris, Tribit Trion, Yacine, Anaxa, Cypher, Fanion, Mighty.
This is what Lady Treeby wanted the gift for me. That you did.
Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
It's seriously. I want.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Treeby has always said that it must have been a very harsh, and that little Cass no longer has anything to fear now. Because everyone is here with you in this—
Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, it's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaia. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed them. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. If I had known.
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass, and would love to—
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regret. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Treeby, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Thank you for bringing me the
key. Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mister's life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
Bon, elle a pas perdu sa joie.
Lady Trian.
Il y a Cypher.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now. The black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm. I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different. Castoris, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. I will continue to fight till I die, then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as...
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to
Do you have a strategy to...
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made it. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and...
According to that alchemist, the final piece is... However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kefali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me.
You mean... Paula?
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. And that's why... we have to awaken Pollux. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of...
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you...
I heard them too. So
I think it's probably the sign of... They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for... They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm, even...
So instead of picking up objects on the way here...
We were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual, and it...
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styx. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life. the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical Pollux. I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be.
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you?
Yes. You're...
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the
world.
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life.
Oh, well... And that Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. From where you stand now.
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life.
I have pondered the same question.
Ah, mon chien est réveillé. J'y vais.
Glorious and magnificent, because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world.
Bon, allez dehors, va falloir que je retourne pour la rentrée.
But I still can't take that as the final answer. What a world without journey.
I take it the one who spoke this line. I, however, did find some inspiration in...
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death, your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. But What if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortal? No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endless. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death, not out of fascination, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulse.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and death.
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it.
I understand, Lady Al. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take Nestia's love. Was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened. And I
Il est toujours pas rentré.
would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life. My teacher, Anaxa, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
What? Mais laissez-moi jouer. Ok, me heal ne me rend pas de... Enfin, ne diminue pas son pourcentage.
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. I weep for the departed. Justice reigns. It too shall fall.
Bah, il est dur à tomber.
I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Stand still. Memories are ever beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss.
May as well kill them all. Relax. Good times, never left. Time to say bye. Boom.
Existence fleeting as the dawn still, destined for oblivion.
The threat. That breathing sensation. This won't take long.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back.
Don't worry, it's just a script. I weep for the departed. Justice reigns. The truth shall fall. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Be careful. They may be moving by instinct. There is fear within them.
May as well kill them all.
Stand still. Did you come here? Existence fleeting as the dawn still, destined for oblivion.
Good times, never left. Time to say bye.
Ok, ça va. Le fait qu'ils mettent un HP, ça fait peur. Mais avec WoW, on s'en sort bien.
I weep for the departed.
Ah, puis surtout, du coup, quand on tape, ça nous heal.
Justice reigns. The truth shall fall.
Turn back. Never know. Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Bon, attendez, je reviens.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken... I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm. Just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long as...
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with him?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return.
What? Oh no! Is there anything?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return.
Alright. I'm the best at taking... Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with... That's not funny!
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
Oh, elle a un petit problème la lune là. Elle a été croquée.
Were true. The Netherrealm really is.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Styxia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos.
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and...
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person.
Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact. Just like with you. Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Styxia? A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins, as foretold in the prophecy, but fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family. That trial was indeed recorded. Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile action. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, if the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth. That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being. Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Donc elle, c'est celle qui rejette les morts et Castoris, celle qui prend la vie.
Then, what about you? As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an... What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and then what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness. Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destiny. We walked different paths, yet experienced this. I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good I'm sorry. I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity, too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our path. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence. The meaning of our existence. This sea of flowers blooms on dead land. Because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death, that's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in that?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us draw this seeming... It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day, as I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you.
I know. But don't you see, Styxia? You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway, so... let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their sour responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only let's tend the field together. And create a warm... What do you think, Styxia?
Yes, just... You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn, as foretold by the prophecy. Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. Our fated moment has arrived.
Just like before.
Yes. Just like before, but unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time...
You've...
Yes. As dictated by fate. But I won't be a complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the nether realm.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the nether realm. The river of souls shall return here and reign. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous...
Just one last thing.
Of course.
Please.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms.
Casterus, you're as beautiful.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Et... on retourne du côté d'Anaxa. J'aime pas aller avec lui, c'est que du blabla, blabla, blabla.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death.
No need to ask so many times. Of course.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowd?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last?
You were saying that Amphoreus' history...
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nicodor and Naias, act as supporting evidence. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. That is, until I met a girl named Styxia and her sister. If Casterus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first. Besides, I, and xAurelien, am destined to come. Let us go and teach those
Ok, donc on y va. C'est fini, hein?
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the...
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a...
Professor Anaxa. I thought you'd pass...
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve...
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the...
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose, but that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in...
Nothing ever is...
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an... So...
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or listen up, I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the... You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh,
And don't bother. Tell it to those begging for salvation.
Thank you.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei...
Messagère. Alors, je suis pas sûr. Hein. Après, je veux pas faire la bite du moine, tout ça, mais... Ça a quand même l'air d'un messager.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Feinen of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Arca.
Much obliged, Lord.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working. Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech?
Can this dude really face down kindly?
By carefully
Oh, la boue.
As you look upon me,
Je la refous dehors.
so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world, because she and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the Black Tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akima will return to an era Chrysia one. Much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod.
If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma...
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaia has preserved and continued. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the flame chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp!
It is true that Aglaia has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity. They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes, examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls... Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured, for Aglaia, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be a steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. This Chrysos heirs have only our...
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation, each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in...
As expected. This is the moment when the flame chase journey is the closest.
And now, it's your turn to vote.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care.
I have long since made it.
Very well. May you bring much needed change.
Vote for kindness.
Who will he vote for?
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the Skull... But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the assembly, regardless of outcome.
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should.
Very well. I thank you for...
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question. We need only to follow the sound of the tide.
You. Well done, child. Just as I foresaw.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir.
You cherish the truth. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But go forth, for the truth is already. Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about, and when you reach the end of this journey,
You have my word, sir. May
Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. May we meet again with...
What are you waiting for?
Silence! Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, for this place is but one step away.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus. The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else! Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world!
C'est vraiment le fou du bus.
The result is clear. Buy carefully and to let...
No! Like Anaxa, what have you done? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness,
you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny.
You! It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me, by your leave, Lord Lycus.
Enter. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more.
What is this before? Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphoreus. As a supporter of the... But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs... No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that... No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written...
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that...
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, fine. Answer me this.
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the... And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete...
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of... You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind error.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akama.
The catalyst. We're carefully evolved.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vow.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing the... Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully...
The honor is mine. Elders and citizens, silence. Anaxa of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with first. Elder Kindness of Akima and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against in the names of Talantan and Kefili. Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose...
Curse you.
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, in the names of Talantan and Kefili, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and
Professor.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him...
What decision?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not...
Let him die!
Then, in light of O Talantan on high,
Ok. Ah bah je suis dans l'au-delà. Moi je vais aller voir mon chien.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castrus while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos.
Alors, permets-moi de me présenter à nouveau. Je portais le nom de Castoris lorsque je marchais parmi les mortels. À présent, je suis la demi-déesse de la mort, la part vivante de Thanatos.
Where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing, and it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. No, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of them in exchange. Please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power and for your life. The only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here.
Marche.
I believe in you.
Kafka. Luciole.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow.
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
On n'a pas le choix. Hachon. C'est vrai qu'elle fait le même truc que Castoris. Je suis en train de penser.
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
Ok.
At last, could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Orynyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the riddle. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living, I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now I can finally end it in a way the wish I once sought, but could never grasp. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, so in love. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth. And it culminated in this very... You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not...
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
Ce qui est marrant, c'est que lui a l'air d'être plutôt du côté de Cersei, c'est elle, Amnestia. Et que du coup, c'était deux amoureux. Et que eux se détestent.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thin.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as...
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Feinen.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people. And I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of... Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But, by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take...
Glaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his...
Ah, faut que je clique.
I'm gladdened. But I don't see Castris.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Tu es la seule vie qu'allège. Ok.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The hand of shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling, and there was one who joined hands with the Titan. A traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good own majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity, to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Bon, les écrans blancs comme ça, c'est pas nécessaire.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
did she say?
That's the language of the Casterus. No, the Titan. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you... What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine...
You never change. I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of...
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am. Else, it goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life.
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true,
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular... The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds.
Is that what new sport?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious, and especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead it.
That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone.
Farewell, great performer. May Circe's safe.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Thus, I shall confer upon you these you shall transcend the peaks of purity. And return...
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes.
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity. And you were never the type to give me any leeway. But I do still have...
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memory. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first...
How should I know? But... since we are both equally we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our
Cinématique.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Il vient de disparaître et il est trop heureux. Je comprends pas. Bon, j'ai quand mon chien cabot.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Bon, est-ce qu'il y a de l'avancée avec marché maintenant?
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the... But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well. I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember? Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These Is Miss Himiko suspicious? In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreus holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, a world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphoreus first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li. I cannot be certain, but at the very least, I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphoreus, Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. Let me take back a part of what I said. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please. It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphoreus.
Ouais, mais on sait pas c'est dans quelle temporalité. Est-ce que c'est pas genre quand il nous a vus qui nous donne son pouvoir.
How interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreus has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you...
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather... Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphoreus, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Record.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is...
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphoreus?
You're planning to head to Amphoreus?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my... But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all...
I see. You do seem like the more... indoor.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show. All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work. First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll...
As you command, the preparations are complete.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. This time, raise the...
Oh, okay. I won't fail the miss.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to. What kind of appearance?
Good question. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me. Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max. Excellent.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Spatial warp countdown. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphoreus? Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright. Please read the safety protocols.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent... Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue?
C'est moche.
Oh, I finally found your trick. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free lady. What's this? Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to see? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you kept...
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to...
Are you not going to answer my question?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if Lycurgus...
All right, Lycus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information.
Alors, qu'est-ce que tu nous caches?
Flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of...
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with...
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secret. How do you plan to dispel this?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh?
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely isolated celestial body.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the world...
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the...
Of course.
Third, even if you exhaust all your means, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you would hate to admit...
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculation. But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreus. A path that you and your friend be destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf.
Donc c'est donc la destruction. Souvenir, érudition, destruction. Bon bah c'est fini. Chasseur de lumière. Ouah, j'ai tellement de trucs. ça le passe.
To die.
Do not make him your enemy.
On n'a toujours pas Oronix, Thalatos. Et ça, je sais pas c'est quoi. Parce que ça, du coup, c'est plus Aquila. Ah, c'est parce que je les ai pas lus à fond. Ouais. Oh, ça me fait un point d'exclamation, je suis obligé de les lire. Bon, et puis ça, on le fera une prochaine fois. Ok. Bon, j'imagine. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Serveur Europe. Mon UID c'est quoi? Mon niveau de pionnier? Bah 70. « 60, 34, 87. » Putain, j'aurais pu avoir des trucs. C'est con que je l'ai pas vu avant. De toute façon, il y a même de grandes chances que je revienne jamais sur le site. Je vais le mettre de côté quand même. Hop. Voilà. Bon. Maintenant, je veux essayer quelque chose. Cadeau des flots. Hop. Combien j'ai de vœux? 6. Ok. Je crois que je vais garder, économiser pour Yacine. Parce que je me dis qu'elle peut être... C'est techniquement une médecin du souvenir, donc elle peut être bien... Enfin, faudra voir le kit, mais ça peut être un healer. Surtout avec... Ce qui me fait dire ça, c'est le 7. Le 7 qu'il y a ici. Je pense que je peux remplacer Gallagher par Yacine. Je pense qu'elle va invoquer un même-esprit qui va heal. Je pense. Sans quoi on n'aurait pas un 7 qui sert à rien. Ça augmente la vitesse du porteur de 6%. Et quand sa vitesse est supérieure à 135, 180, donc il faudra monter à 180, ça va être dur. Plus, les soins prodigués par le porteur et son même-esprit augmentent de 12 à 20%. Gallagher? Mais il n'a pas de même-esprit. Donc ouais. C'est ça qui me fait dire que... Elle peut être pas mal. Mais c'est marrant, j'ai pas acheté les cônes de lumière du pionnier. Je me rappelle en avoir acheté plusieurs. Pour Gallagher, c'est sûr, j'ai acheté.
Would you like to hear a story? I've got many more.
Parce que ça, c'est abondance, nihilité. Du coup, lui, c'est harmonie, mais bon, il est pas intéressant. Et lui aussi, c'est harmonie, mais pareil, il est pas intéressant.
Would you like to hear a story? I've got many more.
Et cette team-là, je vais mettre Castoris, lui. Je vais essayer.
Make a wish. Does that hurt?
What do you want to know?
Alors.
May as well kill them all.
I weep for the departed.
Ah, c'est chiant les mobs qui régènent.
Stand still. Free will, or was it still water? Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Say bye to breathing.
Memories are beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Fiend or devil. I'll crush them all.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
I weep for the departed.
C'est chiant parce que du coup tu dois les tuer 2 fois les mobs.
Another journey begins. Destiny for oblivion.
May as well kill them all. Stand still.
Free will, or was it still water? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Didn't hurt.
Destiny isn't
Relax.
Memories up beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Destiny for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Fiend or devil. I'll crush them all.
Good times. Time to say bye.
Je crois qu'il faut 60 000.
Say bye to
En vrai c'est un
breathing.
peu chaud.
Stand still.
Another journey begins. Still water oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
J'ai appuyé qu'une fois, j'ai pas resté appuyé.
Memories up beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Je voudrais atteindre les 30 000 mais ça va être dur.
What do you want to know?
Oh il est pas mort. Bah avec les dégâts de l'autre il devrait mourir. Mais lui il meurt pas. Ok j'ai atteint les 30 000 ça va.
We need a strategy.
Emerge from your cocoon.
net markers activate. Time for a good old counter. Commencing support.
Please cherish this time. Return to dust.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
Nice like a good, my friend. Indulge yourselves!
Et bah ça a l'air pas mal pour... Ah il joue tout seul là. Allez c'est le dernier truc. Ah.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
Root here.
Time to mix things up.
Thanks for the support.
Nice like a good, my friend. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
Embrace a new life.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
Merde, je voulais pas qu'il joue.
Life is not so fragile. Darkness with me.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
May death protect us.
In the mood for another beating? How's this taste? Nice like a, my friend. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counter.
As you wish. Embrace a new life.
Time to mix things up. Nice like a good, my friend. Indulge yourselves!
Oh la vache. En vrai, elle fait quand même des dégâts de fou. Ah, c'est la fin, j'aurais dû tout utiliser alors. Eh, j'ai plus 3 étoiles. J'aurais jamais pu le faire avant. Plus de 100 jade. Bah merci. Ah, parce que j'ai un truc. Et bah voilà. Bon, du coup, je vais arrêter là. Mais j'ai enfin, du coup, un bon perso pour faire pure fiction. Bon, je pense après... Ça dépend aussi beaucoup des faiblesses des ennemis. Genre, par exemple, là, le premier, j'ai eu du mal parce qu'il n'y a pas de faiblesse fou des vents. Il n'y avait rien. Mais j'ai quand même réussi à avoir 30 000 points. Ce qui est ok. Et après aussi, faut pas oublier que les dots ne sont plus si forts que ça dans le jeu. Parce qu'ils scale en fonction de l'attaque de ton personnage. Mais face à des ennemis qui ont des millions et des millions d'HP, c'est pas oufou. C'était bien au début de jeu. Les ennemis jouaient, se tuaient, c'était cool. Maintenant, c'est plus si terrible. Bon, j'ai toujours Acheron en gros DPS. Avec. Je pense que c'est surtout elle qui clutch parce que j'aurais que du dot, j'y arriverai pas. C'est sûr. Mais bon. J'aime bien cette équipe là. De plus, c'est annoncé que Kafka devait être buff. Donc à voir ce que ça va donner. Tac, je vous mets le lien du YouTube pour avoir accès à toutes les rediffusions de live et du Twitter pour être averti des lives. Sur ce, bah déjà je suis très content d'avoir terminé la quête principale, la quête pionnière. Il n'y a plus de batterie. Je suis content aussi de voir comment ça progresse Amphoreus. On a appris que la troisième voie est la voie de la destruction. Est-ce que le pionnier n'est pas en soi un émanateur de la destruction? Comme il a un stellaron de la destruction littéralement dans son corps. Je ne sais pas. J'ai hâte de la suite. Aussi, ce qui attend aussi Anaxa. Parce qu'il a disparu, mais... La flamme divine. Bon, on a vu qu'il l'avait lâché de son corps. Mais ça va être un personnage jouable. C'est pareil, je pense. Enfin, j'aurais pensé que enfin, Trian. On la ramène du royaume des morts. Parce que Mighty est revenu. Nous, on est revenu. On aurait pu la ramener aussi. Parce que je trouve ça toujours bizarre de jouer un personnage mort. Malgré le fait qu'ils peuvent dire que bon, c'est un souvenir, tout ça, je trouve ça bizarre quand même. Bref. Sur ce, je vous laisse. Je vous souhaite une bonne journée et je vous dis à la prochaine. Alors, je ne sais pas quand. Peut-être que les streams seront le soir maintenant, à voir. Allez, sur ce, passez une bonne journée et à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao.